Well, good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, depending on where you're at. My name's Brian, and this is my little show. Well, a little while ago, I found out that the retard, conservative, Republican, Trump worshiping idiots tried to stop a primary election results in New Mexico because they continuously push the great lie of fraud and about the Dominion voting machines. Thank the Lord in heaven and the powers of the light that a judge put a stop to it and made them certify correctly their primary in New Mexico, in one county anyway. But this is going to continuously happen because of their worship of a lying, moronic idiot demon called Trump. There's no other reason. None. They're not true Christians for one thing, or they wouldn't be worshiping a false god like Trump. And now you see the QAnon worshiping ones, conservative Republican senators, starting to do the same thing. I keep saying it. It never was Democrats, it never was liberals who are pushing the so called New World Order. It has always been the conservative Republican movement, which all these militant groups belong to. All of them, every one of them. And you telling me you can't see the truth in of what they are doing? You can't see the hate of the Constitution, the Bill of Rights, our freedoms and liberties that they hate and that have continuously been perverting and corrupting over the years. It's because you don't want to see it. You're telling me you can't see how Brett Kavanaugh, Tom, what's his name, the Supreme Court justices that lied, literally lied with their hand on the Bible to get in places of power, to pervert, to distort, and destroy the teachings of Christ and the Constitution. I mean, really, again, history proves me to be correct. I keep saying that. Look what's going on. Just open your eyes, open your ears, listen, look, and see what's going on. Democrats, independents, liberals, you better get out there and vote for Democrats. I'm telling you. You got to stand up to this nonsense, this hatred of democracy that they are pushing, the conservative Republicans. And I kept asking about these so called oath keeper groups. What oath are they keeping? And to whom? They're not keeping it to the Constitution. They're not keeping it to the flag. So, what oath are they keeping? What oath did they take? Look at the so called Proud Boys. Their leader is not even American. Basically, look it up. These groups are worse than M13, the M13 gang. They're worse than the Taliban. They are the American Taliban, to be in fact, to speak all truth. Because look at the laws that they are pushing. The laws that they are pushing and the policies they are pushing are called Sharia law. It's not Christian. It's not democratic. It's not constitutional. None of them. That is the policy that they are pushing, that you can see. Just think what they're going to do when if hopefully in Jesus' mighty name, they do not take back the Senate and the House or the presidency. Because if they do, America is finished. Because of what they are doing, what they are saying, and what they are pushing. And people like Joe Rogan don't give a damn. He's already a multi-billionaire, soon to be a billionaire, because the channel Spotify pays him $100 million to spread lies, disinformation, misinformation, bigotry, hate, and ignorance and stupidity. And here, me, a simple American, poor, can't get nobody to pick up my channels. Why? Because I speak truth and fact about what's going on. I sit in my dining room because this is the only place I have to do my broadcast. And it took me 6 months to get the equipment to do it. From cutting grass and saving pennies to get what I got. Hopefully, I'll be getting a new laptop that'll work better. I haven't heard back from my sister about that, so or my niece, so I don't know what's going on there. But I'm trying, and I will not stop. I will not lie about anything for anyone or for any reason. And again, look it up. Fox News won't say nothing about it. If they do, they'll distort the truth and the facts about what happened in New Mexico, where the Trump worshiping retards tried to rig a primary election. It's going to happen. It's going to happen all over the country where they are taking power. And just remember, the more damage they do, the less of America there is. And again, these people are literally lying to your face. Forgive me for saying it this way, and shitting on the Bible and their oath of office when they are doing this for their worship of an orange demon. That's all Trump is. He's a demon. He is one of the most evil persons to ever step foot on this earth. Do a little bit of research. You'll find out that I'm speaking truth there as well. You know, so why are these people worshiping him? You know, I have no real answer to that. You'd have to ask them. And when you do ask them, they can give you no real reason. None. So that, in my book, means that they have been brainwashed completely of truth and fact, honesty, integrity, virtue. They have none. None. They have no honor whatsoever. You see the so-called evangelical. That's why I stopped watching TBN. The day Trump got in office, well, when he started running for office, where they started praising him as the new Jesus, I refused to watch it. I refused. I left church. I stopped going to church. I tried to go back, but once he got elected, the I even tried going right across the street. I no. Once you start praising Trump, to me, you're not a Christian. You believe in nothing but evil. because you worship a false orange god called Trump and his crime family, who continuously steals. It's fraud, but it's fraud and stealing to me are the same thing. Money from his worshipers and putting it in his pocket. The so-called defense fund, American Defense Fund, or something like that, that's already been proven. And then I've had him come on and say, well, he was giving his presidential paycheck to charity. No, he wasn't. There's no proof of it anywhere. Anywhere. The only proof that could be seen is if he would release his tax returns. And to this day, he refuses to do so. Why? Think about it. And why did Republican conservatives, congressmen, and senators ask for pardons from Trump right after the insurrection? Think about that one. They were involved. They knew what was going on. They knew the great lie, but they didn't care. They wanted nothing more than money and power. That's it. That is an authoritarianship. That is not a democracy. Why do they hate the Constitution so much? I'm just saying, think about it. But other than that, why am I wearing this shirt? Well, I love it because my dog's face is on it. I had to cut the sleeves off. Excuse me. Whew. It is hotter than heck here. I got my ceiling fan on, my air conditioner on in the other room for Honey, my dog, and a big tube fan, turbo fan, sitting here in the doorway, blowing cool air in here, so I wouldn't sit here and sweat so bad. But it's just that hot here. Ow! And my back is still tender from carrying an air conditioner for my dad up from the basement. I just forgot to wear my back brace. I'll be all right in a few more days, hopefully. But I was able to ride my electric bike across town, wash clothes, and come home. I had to. I needed clean undies. uh, uh, but that's the truth too. I hide nothing. Nothing. I just don't understand everyone. There it goes. Can't post to some channels. Well, see, that's crazy, but I rate anyway. It post well. I wrote hi everyone. It went to my YouTube channel, but for some reason it won't allow me to write and post to my Facebook or to my Twitter. I am gonna try to upgrade. I'm waiting a while. I'm gonna try to do it on the first of the month, or maybe the 10th of every month. I'm gonna try. I don't know if I'll be able to or not, because I would like to put my one banner up. Uh, but yeah, Republican moronic idiots, QAnon worshippers, which is a death cult. Again, look it up. Do a little bit of research. You'll find out I'm speaking truth about that as well. And I'm sorry to keep using the term retard, but that's the only word that comes to mind for me. They are literally retarded. There is something mentally wrong with these people. To worship a false god like Trump, who has been a criminal his whole life, who is involved in child molestations, which has been proven, rape, which has been proven, making his girlfriends who got pregnant get abortions, which has been proven. And yet these so-called evangelical Christians and the other people still worshiping. Why? He put forth no real policies when he was in office to help American people, other than the tax cuts, which stopped for real basic Americans in 2 years. While he was still in office, they only lasted 2 years for basic regular Americans. But the massive tax cuts in corporate welfare continue to this day. And the tariffs that him and his Republican cronies put in place are part of the problems we are having right now, with the cost of living rising. Well, if you really want to think about it, go back, what, I'll say 3.5 years, when Trump and Republican conservatives started deregulating and giving massive tax cuts to the rich and wealthy and to corporate powers. Look how cost of living started to rise every month. Every month, your bills went up, not down, up. And they haven't gone down yet. And that's because of Trump and Republican policies. And now we're in deep crap because of Republicans still refuse to vote on policies that Democrats have put in place, well, tried to put in place and pass, that would stop this inflation. They refuse to do it. It's not Biden's fault. Again, that's simple, basic economics. It's not Biden's fault. It's not Democrats' fault. It is the refusal of Republican conservatives to stand up and do anything for the American people. Again, it's just a simple fact. I do want to start doing a broadcast every day or every other day, but right now there's just so much information coming in that I like to read, and I like to fact check, do my own research. So what I say is truth, not alternative facts, like what's her name, Kellyanne Conway, pushed for over 4 years. And the so-called alternative facts are nothing but lies. Biden hasn't lied about anything yet. None of the Democrats that have been put in places of power have lied yet that I can find out. Now they are trying to pass policies and laws to help American citizens and the middle class, the elderly, and the poor. But it is the Republican, conservative, Senator Trump worshippers who are stopping and blocking everything with the help of Mitch McConnell, who moronic idiots voted back into power. Kentucky is one of the poor states in America because of Mitch McConnell and his policies, because of conservative Republican policies, not Democrat policies. If you really do the numbers, in 4 years, Trump and the conservative Republican policies spent more money than Biden has yet. That's a fact. Look it up. Do the numbers. As I said, I'm a little slow, but I'm not stupid. Basic fact, basic truth. Look it up. If you can add and subtract, you'll find out again that I'm speaking truth, real facts. I do not pervert the Constitution like the NRA, conservative Republicans do. I do not pervert the Bible like conservative Republican Trump worshiping morons do. I am not a QAnon worshiper either. Those people are really, really wacko. But these are the people conservative Republicans are voting into places of power. So, again, if you vote Republican, everything that's happening is your fault. Really, it's your fault. Because instead of looking up truth and fact, doing a little bit of real research, not going to fake Fox News, not going to Breitbart, not listening to the syphilis filled Steve Bannon and all those other retarded far right wing propaganda machines, but doing real, honest research, you'll find out truth and fact. And I continuously say, if anyone out there that watches my live broadcast and can prove me wrong, I will literally apologize to you live on the air. And I have yet, in let's see, in 2 years, well, a little over 2 years that I have been going live and doing my podcast as well, not one person has ever said that I've said something wrong. Not one. Because I also do say I can put you on the path, but it's up to you to do the research. Find out for yourself. Even scripture tells you to do that. Find out yourself. Look it up. Study, listen, learn, look around, see what's going on. Use your God given brain. God gave you a brain for a reason, to reason, to think, to sort things out for yourself, to find the truth. And also, as scripture says, and the truth will set you free. You know, well, as I was saying just a little bit ago, um, I do want to come on and do more live broadcast and podcast. I got to do a podcast very soon. But as I said, there's so much information coming out. Most of it I already knew because I used my God given brain, my God given eyes, and my God given ears. I can see and did see what was going on when Trump first ran for office. And I said back then that this is going to happen. And it did. And if you think it's bad now, if you idiots out there vote Republicans completely into power, we're done. You see the damage that they continue to do for the worship of a false god called Trump. That they literally are continually doing. Shitting on the Constitution, shitting on the rule of law, shitting on the Bill of Rights, shitting on the Bible for nothing more than money and power. That's it. And forgive me for using the bad word. But I am passionate about the Constitution because I believe in the Constitution and what it stands for. You know, and again, just remember if you vote Republican, just like I said when you put that orange moron in office, it's your fault. The more damage that's done, the more death that is caused is your fault. The blood is on your hands. Again, simple truth, simple fact. I don't beat around the bush. I don't mince words. That's why a lot of people do like what I have to say, but also a lot of people don't like what I have to say because I will not lie about anyone for any reason at all or for anything. I won't lie. I refuse to lie. Well, my name's Brian. This is my little show. Wake up, America. Vote Democrat to save this great country. Don't flush it all away for the worship of a false god called Trump and Trumpism, which is a form of Nazism as far as I can tell. It's fascism. It has nothing to do with America, the Constitution, or what America used to stand for. All right, my name's Brian. This is my little show. Please take care of yourselves and each other. Be a blessing to the world. Always speak the truth. Much love, peace, and honor to y'all. God bless. Peace.